My name is Sanjiv Goyal. I'm CEO of Droices Inc. Company was founded in 2003, but we sold it to a VC and kind of restarted actually in 2007. So for all practical purposes, we are only 4-year-old now. And we are doing extremely well. Now we have 250 people in the company. Almost 40% of the workforce is in US and 60% in India.
That whole bought out part, I'm very interested in that. I mean, tell us how that unfolded and that you were...
I can laugh about that now. But it was pretty bad. So it was there was a VC, Silicon Valley based, all the VCs. And some are really great, so no offense. But this person didn't have the right intentions. So we picked the wrong guy. It was a roll-up strategy, was all a stock deal. So we gave our company to somebody we thought he's personally very wealthy and very connected and he can take us to the next level. It didn't happen. After 6 months we realized he doesn't know what he's doing. 3 years was really tough for me. Pretty much gone through a nervous breakdown, but I did a lot of soul searching. Actually that made me a better person. So it's funny when you go through some of these circumstances, it's just phenomenal energy you get. And what I learn is, with positive thinking and belief, you can be anything you want. And that was a huge turning point for me because prior to that, we don't used to think like that. I was like, okay, running a company, paying the bills, it was okay, not a big deal. But now the ambition is doing something bigger and better and helping not just myself, the key team in Droices to become somebody tomorrow. My personal vision is I want to create 25 millionaire in this company.
What did you expect to see? How did you get fooled into seeing those things? And then what would you have liked to have, if you could relive that? Because there's many hundreds of entrepreneurs here that are probably this week or next month or something are maybe facing that.
The biggest lesson learned one is, of course, I was naive, to be very frank with you, and I should take the blame because I took the wrong decision. But the biggest reason is don't get carried away. So we kind of get carried away. We was running the company for 3 years. This is it. It's too much work, and we can't make it to $100 million level ourselves. So let's find somebody who can do it. Somebody approached us, and without doing a lot of due diligence, we just look whatever he said. We take those words as a final thing, and didn't do any good reference check. So one thing I should have done is. I should have done a good reference check. But to tell you the fact, I'm grateful. I'm not, I know. So funny thing is, I don't think that as my failure. I take that as as a biggest life learning lesson. And I'm glad it happened to me. Because that experience made me a different person.
So is it a different feel now running this company than it was that company, the direction you had?
Absolutely. Earlier it was all about what can they do for us. Now it is what can we do for them. So it's a huge mental shift, I'll say, because now we look at customer, okay, this is what they do. Let me see what can we really do for them instead of just getting the money and just being happy. So it has changed the whole the team structure in the company. Now we are very, very selective. We are picking really the right people.
How do you bring the right people, find the right people? What do you look for? And what level of commitment do you reasonably expect?
So team is definitely very, very important. And in an interview or a conversation, anybody can say anything to please you. So what I find very interesting is I say, next 6 months you are going to get only half paid. And if you deliver, I'll make sure that you get paid more than the market. So whether we do it or not, that's a different issue. And most of the time we end up revising salary within a month. That I find worked reasonably well. Because when somebody is passionate about your vision to that extent that he's even ready to take a pay cut, that says a lot. But this works only for the senior key level people. If you are hiring developers, software, you have to be competitive because you cannot expect every single person in the team to have the same level of passion you have. But in the core team, yes. Other thing is, I'm a big fan of delegation. And I have, so those are some circumstances we had. That's how I feel which developer is ready to take the lead and can be part of the core team. Last week we had some issues with one project. We are doing product development, and there were a lot of, my developer was calling me every hour. He says, team leader says, Sanjiv, I can't do it, this is weird, I need this, I need that. I say, you know what, I'm not going to give you any advice, but I'll be here. But you still have to run the show. You are the person who is going to run it. And if you fail, I will take the full responsibility. It is still Royce's, and I'll return the check to the customer. And to my utter surprise, he not only was able to motivate himself, there is a 44 people team working for him. Everybody worked for 3 days non-stop to deliver, and that was the best delivery we have made to this customer in last whole year. Point I'm trying to make it is put people in difficult situations and let them run it, let them shine. If they fail, you're still a winner. If they pass, hey, that's a jackpot. And that's how my core team works. Failure is not an option. We will succeed no matter what. And with that mindset, we find creative ideas, we find new ways of doing things. It just changes the whole mindset.
What advice do you have about understanding the market, number one, and then fitting the product or service to that?
Market is important, definitely. You have to see whether the product you are building has some value or not. But over-analysis, in my opinion, is also a problem. I find a lot of people really bogged down with a spreadsheet, going through thousands of analysts and making sure everything is correct. That's not how you build the enterprises. That's not how you build the companies. In fact, my personal experience is most of the startups, their business model in the first year of funding got revised at least 10 times. Not once or twice, 10 times.
Was the idea to start your own company always a viable option even when you came here, or were you just looking to work for some of these big concerns that sort of lured you over? And
I can say I'm an accidental entrepreneur because the project I was doing with IBM, then I got another contracting opportunity for a very large organization, AutoNation. They have several dealership and all that. That opportunity, I was traveling almost every day, practically living out of my suitcase. I decided to quit, and I say, okay, I'm going to give it a try and see how it works. So I didn't have any business plan, I didn't have any money. All I have $500 in my pocket, and I bought a printer. I still remember it was an inkjet color printer. And I was everybody in the company, and I said, I'm going to do it. And within 2 years, we grew. My other two partner was, for some reason, they was not interested, so they become more of a silent partner. I practically grew it to $2.6 million. And I'm really proud of that. But the biggest credit goes to not only me. US, I've traveled and lived into Asia. I've traveled, I worked in Singapore, Malaysia, and Austria before I came here. America is still land of dreams. People trust people. And that just amazes me. And that is the reason I'm able to do so well. In fact, I was able to do almost $800,000 worth of business over the phone.
you see America, United States, as a land of opportunity, as a land of freedom, as a place that dreams happen. Do Americans see it that way?
What I find it is typically people take it for granted. They don't know how blessed they are. I mean, I'll urge every single American to go and spend time outside United States. And it will be a huge eye-opener experience for them. Even today, no matter what people say, the quality of life we have and the freedom we have, opportunities we have is phenomenal.
This is the Kauffman Foundation's charge to create more entrepreneurs, to have those entrepreneurs be more successful, limit their chance of failing, and then the ones that do succeed, have them grow. Can you sort of talk about those aspects?
Most of the entrepreneur has two problems. One is they will just stand still, they're just thinking, overthinking, overanalyzing, or they just started running without thinking at all. There is some balance. Your organization can really help. And I saw that you are doing several initiatives here. You have mentor-mentee program, you're training. It's huge. Because I didn't used to believe in myself. I never thought I can run a company of $10 million. I came here with the very simple dreams. I'll make enough money, have a nice, comfortable 3,000 square feet house, and have a car, and that's it. I never thought like, hey, I should help other people. I should make sure that not only me, there are people around me become successful. So where an organization like yours can help is training. And training in thinking, not, see, marketing tools, there are a lot of things about marketing, sales, how do you analyze the information, but how to think, how do you believe in yourself? When you have self-doubt, how do you get out of that? If you believe in yourself, you will get it.
That's perfect. Thank you
Thank
so
you,
much.
sir.
Great job.
Thank you.